I haven't actually recorded a video in a while, and I feel as if a lot of people hear my voice more than they see my face. And even though I try to do intros with my face so that people can know who I am, I'm about to go get my daughter, and I felt like it would be a great time to just really dive into who Marie is, what Marie does, and why I'm always talking about SuiteDash. Okay, if you guys don't know, SuiteDash is maybe the one system that I obviously can't speak. And no, I don't cut my videos. I don't have a video editor. It's normally me. And I try to be as genuine and raw and uncut as possible because I think it's important. But SuiteDash has been one of the systems that I fell in love with and just could not get away from. And then meeting the owner, Mike, who is now making amazing YouTube videos, by the way, go check him out. I have literally just found myself piecing apart the system and trying to understand it to its depth, because it's one of the easiest for me systems to build out, only because it's a blank canvas and because it's so fantastic. It fits every business model that you can ever think about. And so yeah, I'm also a systems hoarder. I probably spend more money on AppSumo than I do in real life, and I probably have used not even a quarter of those systems that I purchased, because the systems I purchased are mainly for me to hoard. And eventually the plan is for me to go down my list and to do a system demo for each of those systems I actually purchased, but it doesn't always happen like that. I love anything tech. I love anything automation. And I do have a wonderful, wonderful supporting team that helps me to just support others in ways of their operations and their tech needs and streamlining needs. So that's a bit about me, okay? Let me tell you a bit about how I got started, because I think that's important as well. It's never been like a easy conversation to have, because every time I tell people, it never really like sounds like a typical, oh, well, you know, I saw the need, and that has to do with it, but it was really all God driven. God led me into this space. I started off as a staff accountant. I was literally doing accounting work, and I don't even have a degree for accounting, and someone found me. Well, I used to work for a mom and pop tech company, and they needed an AP person, and somehow they were like, oh yeah, I think you'll be good because you catch on quickly. And I said, oh, thank you. So I worked in that field for about 15 years, which is really fun. But I don't know, it was something about me as a younger Marie pulling apart computers and pulling apart literally phones. Like my sister and my family can tell you, like I pulled apart phones, Blackberries at the time, and I would literally put them back together because I was such a nerd. So I realized that God wanted more for me, and I didn't know exactly to what extent that meant. So when I decided to really sit down, pray about it, He led me into the space of supporting others, and supporting others in a way where I was able to create the Royal Executive Assistants. Now, I was a solopreneur. I did not have a team. I did not have a real goal in mind, because I didn't really know what God wanted me to do. I just kind of started it with the understanding that it would have to do with supporting people. I support my church. I am a bishop's daughter. My mom is a pastor, and my parents have been together now for 40 years. And all they've taught me was ministry. All they've taught me was supporting others, and I've watched them in ministry supporting others, so it just felt hand in hand. And to be honest, when I really decided to take this a little bit more seriously, and when I say this a little bit more seriously, I mean my calling of systems, okay? I was very adamant on which system I wanted to support, how I was going to do that, because it's hard when everyone has a need and you know you can support that need. But what I've learned over time is that you cannot master everything. You cannot be the master of all things. You can be a master of one thing, and then you can support other things. And so I've kind of defined what that looks like. And over time, it changes. Over time, I have to reevaluate. And over time, God sits me down. He's like, no, I want to shift you. So I shift. Currently, we mainly support people in streamlining systems, mainly supporting people in SuiteDash, mainly supporting people in back-end operations. And that means we are doing the day-to-day admin support. So anything from email marketing, calendar management, the day-to-day needs of being that advocate for the CEO and their team. I am currently the operations manager for a couple of people I support. And then other people, I really am just a consultant where they ask me tech questions and I support them with the answers that I feel strategically makes the most sense for their business. Even if it's just ClickUp isn't the best, let's switch to SuiteDash, or maybe it's SuiteDash isn't the best, let's switch to ClickUp. Because I'm realistic. I know that everyone believes that there's an all-in-one system, and even though I think Mike and SuiteDash in general has gotten to a very, very close contender, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It doesn't exist yet. But I think that there are a lot of things that we're working towards, especially seeing as how the tech world is evolving very vastly. And I'm looking forward to seeing what that means. I've spent 6 minutes speaking on what all that is, and I'm stuck in traffic now because people are driving slow on a Sunday. But what I will say is this: I have literally prayed that God continue to send people who He has already ordained for me to work with and support. I'm very big on intentionality, and I'm very big on making sure that I don't just say yes to everyone, because a yes is not always a great answer, and I've learned that no is a sentence, okay? And that's realistic. And I guess to encourage you, the person watching this, to just remember that even when you're in the storm and then you're in the space of saying, oh man, there's so many things that I want to put my focus on, there's so many things that I want to do, and you're struggling right now with systems, you're struggling right now with trying to figure out the best support to retain. Because when I was in the weeds and the beginnings of things, I spent so many hours trying to figure out the right systems, trying to figure out the right person I needed to help me, until I was able to hire a team. And now I have a team of 8 people. And those 8 people are the same people supporting other people in this business. Like, they support all of the people that I work with, because we've coined ourselves, not by my own will, to be an all-in-one type of business model where we do marketing, we do websites, we do funnels, we do the automation, we do delegation, because we also help with the operational side. So we do everything. And I'm so excited to even say that on here, because I've never honestly voiced myself in that way to say, oh, we do this and that and the third. It's kind of always naturally conversed, where I'm having a call with someone, I'm saying, they'll probably say something like, oh, I also need my website redesigned. Oh, well, I've designed websites, I've done those things. I can help, I can support. And everyone gets this exact personality, because I don't think that it would be fair to anyone to get a very polished Marie when I'm not a very polished Marie. Anyway, this has been a lovely time to wind down and drive on this beautiful road. The scenery is fantastic, actually. I can show you guys some of the scenery. Scenery is fantastic. And so I'm really, really glad that I'm able to support just you guys when watching my videos. And I love the comments. Thank you so much for commenting. I do love replying in more of a video way. So I always like to say, oh, here's a screen grab of me actually showing you how to do the thing. But I may not get to reply as quickly as I want to. So please excuse me if you're still in delay. But thank you for watching this. I will make more of these as well. The goal is to just keep you guys informed and know that there's more things outside of SuiteDash that I'll be doing, because I want SuiteDash to be my #1, but there's other things that trickle. And I want to do like a face-off videos of where I compare SuiteDash versus other CRMs and all the things. But don't stay here. Don't stay here. Go watch the other videos I put up. I think sometimes when I look at my other videos, it's so cringe. Oh! But congratulations, you reached the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching. See you again.